Monday Night Chat with Wong Chen.
Brought to you by the Member of Parliament for Kelana Jaya in collaboration with Invo.
Hi, this week on Policy Monday, we're going to focus on Rohingya issue. About 3 weeks ago, the Rohingya representative from London came to see us, an NGO. We met a couple of members of Parliament. I was in the meeting. We were giving a briefing straight on the issue regarding the challenges regarding the Rohingya matter. Now, Rohingya represents the greatest humanitarian crisis in ASEAN since the Vietnam War. There are about 620,000 Rohingyas camped in Cox's Bazar area in Bangladesh side, living in 4 major camps, totaling about 30,000 acres of land. They live in squalor. There is almost zero, infrastructure built. They have the United Nations and a couple of countries around the world have started pouring money in to help. A lot of NGO charities there. But the core issue is this: how do we resolve the matter? It is not going to be easy. What we learn is this: one, Rohingyas, there's about 1 million of them or more in that area called the Arakan area, and they've been coexisting with the Buddhists. Rohingyas are mostly Muslims, and they've been coexisting with Buddhists in that area for about people say 500 years possibly. The history is being disputed, but what we know is when Myanmar or Burma was taken over by the colonial power of Great Britain, this whole Rohingya state got fused into the Burmese issue. And then after the war, and when after Myanmar got independence, and in particular in the 1980s, the military took over power in Myanmar. The Rohingyas were denied citizenship. They were given some sort of PR status, or at least recognized as residents there. And this is where the matter has come to a head since 2012, when we start to see Rohingya boat people coming over. We also have a lot of issues about Rohingyas death camps all along the Thai-Malaysian border. So it's complicated, yeah. But the core issue is this: in the area Rohingya, Arakan area, we have global interests. We have basically China building a major gas pipeline, oil and gas pipeline, to connect to Kunming, and that's in non-Rohingya or Arakan state area. They're also building a refinery there, and also a deep sea port, yeah. And on the other side, a bit north of that is India. India also has got a concession regarding, and they want to build a deep sea port of their own. And in addition to everything else, up north, close to the Dhaka border, the Bangladesh border, are potential areas where uranium deposits are found. So what you have is Myanmar, being usually a protectorate state of China, is open up its markets to American interests, Malaysian interests. I mean, Malaysian banks and Malaysian Petronas is there investing heavily. They've opened up markets, and there's now a great game being played. The great game is a reference to Afghanistan in the late 1900s, early 1900s. This is where superpowers merge into one sector of the area, and there are conflicting interests, and a game is being played. A diplomatic, geopolitical game is being played. Unfortunately for the Rohingyas, the superpowers are not interested in resolving the problem. They are claiming stakes in the Arakan state. And this is why we think in the long term, there might not be real solutions for the Rohingya plight. Therefore, we must do a bit more. We must, I think, at the most basic level, to engage China and India, that has put claims on Rohingya area to invest heavily for uranium and also deep water ports and pipelines, that those countries that have an economic position there must take the lead to engage the Rohingya issue, and at least see the repatriation of a big number of Rohingyans back into that area, and see whether they can coexist in a co-economic environment. If we don't, we will have a prolonged refugee camp in Cox's Bazar area for the next 10-20 years to come. Yeah. So this is a chance for China in particular to play a bigger role in ASEAN, to show that they could be a superpower that has humanitarian capacity to engage and to develop the region and resolve conflict. And that's it for Rohingya issue for this Policy Monday. Okay, Q&A this week. We are actually shooting in my home. We are under a gazebo. I live in a condo near Montclair. So we're gonna we're gonna do this very quickly. Okay, are we ready? Yep, let's go. Okay, first question. Najib's proposal of 30% women senators, I think it's a good idea because the senators are basically appointees. They are appointed by the Prime Minister. I would increase it up to 40%. Number two, why is Tun M the option for PM for Pakatan Harapan? It's not my decision. I wouldn't have chose him as the future Prime Minister. But you know, we are just junior members, so we have to comply and follow the leaders. Number three, Najib claims that the gross income of Bumiputra household increased to $6,267 in 2017. That cannot be true, because if that's true, there will be no requirement for BRIM at all. Number four, Penang ethnic group are given 55,000 last year to attend school. I think it's a good idea. This is a good program, I think mirroring Bosa Familia. We should do this. Number five, now that Parliament over is what is next for us? Basically, we're going to focus back on research work, we're going to do community work, and we're going to train our interns better. Number six, lastly, what happens if the Prime Minister dies in office? If he dies in office, the parliamentarians will have to choose a new leader who commands the most confidence in the House. That's it for this week.
Hi, my name is Venkat and I'm the newest intern in YB Wong Chen's office, and I've just completed my Master of Architecture from the UK. And I consider myself to be quite privileged to be able to study there, but as well live in a place like Subang Jaya. So I'm really taking the opportunity through this internship to really empathize with and connect with the urban poor of the Kelana Jaya constituency in order to understand the realities of the Malaysia today.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm the intern for YB Wong Chen's office for a month now, and I'll be leaving soon for my master's in Australia. This internship is definitely something that I will cherish for life, and despite the challenges that I've come across, I've met during this internship, I think it has greatly strengthened and deepened my understanding a lot of perspectives, politics, economics, and so on and so forth. So it's definitely something that, you know, I would carry for life, I would say. Yeah. The people I work with are very smart, hardworking, and sincere. I think that should be the word I use for them. But yeah, but they're really very, very friendly people. And one thing I realized about them is, despite the fact that we come from different backgrounds and we may have different views on different issues, but one thing for sure is we all have a heart for Malaysia. So this is me, Kevin, signing off. I wish the very best to P104. Thank you.